Hi guys. So I just wanted to mention this. I appreciate everybody who said you're brave, you're determined, you got this, about picking up and moving to Albuquerque. Um, Things just are not working at all in this area. I just got a bad feeling about this whole central Arizona corridor when I moved here. The same bad feeling I had when I was in Flagstaff. Like, I'm going to be struggling. I'm going to have outrageous rent and not be able to really enjoy living there because I'd be hand to mouth and barely hanging on to my housing. And sure enough, that happened in Flag and it's happened in Prescott. And I found both towns, like the employers, are horrible. Um, they expect the moon and they don't want to pay you, you know what. So um, I've got to go. The only option in Arizona is if I return to Phoenix. And I don't know if you've been to Phoenix lately, but it is not the Phoenix I moved to in 2008. It's exploded. It's madness. I don't want to live in such a big, hot, crowded, crazy, fast-paced traffic jams place. I don't want to live there. Um, I just don't. So Albuquerque is the next biggest town for me. I'm not going to California, forget that. Um, but it's only 500,000, so that's doable. And good jobs, not like what I would make when I lived in Toronto or some of the mega cities, but definitely good jobs. And I like New Mexico. I've been there a lot to hike and camp. Um, so it just seems like the most reasonable option for me because whether you call it God, the universe, um, goddess, whatever, um, I kept getting signs that Arizona is not here for me anymore. Like, I've done what I can do here and I need to leave. Um, and everything that I've tried to do here over the past 2 years has blown up in my face. So I do think it's time to make the move. But the closer I get to the move, I haven't been sleeping. I'm really stressed out. I'm not afraid of not finding a job there. I can find a job there. What I am afraid of is when I have traveled before, I've always had money. I've had a cushion, so I didn't worry about whether or not, I need to get a new battery or, my car breaks down or I have to move to a different motel or whatever because I had the money. I was making the money. So relocating when you're pretty poor is frightening because you don't want anything to happen that would create an emergency, a financial emergency. So um, I am nervous about it. I kind of got used to Arizona because I know Arizona like the back of my hand. And the funny thing, the first time I wanted to come out to Arizona, I was 21. I had $400 in my name and to my name, that is. And my friend said, "Hey, I'm going to LA. You want to go?" And I was like, "Sure." I mean, that's a 21-year-old, right? Um, and $400 could get you a lot farther in the 90s than it can now. But anyway, we headed out there and we stopped in Jerome, Arizona. And I was like, "You know what? I'm staying here." And she was like, "You don't want to go to LA?" I said, "No, I want to stay here." So I found a house sitting job and so I had a place to stay that very day I arrived. And then I got a couple of retail jobs and modeled for some artists and stuff. And I just landed on my feet. I would never do that now. Ever. So, you know, and since I've lived in Arizona for 20 years, it became home. So it's hard to leave home, but sometimes you have to. And so, yeah, I appreciate the comments and compliments from people about being brave. I'm just pretending, and hopefully things will work and I'll land on my feet. And that's usually how it goes. But I definitely have some fears, and I cross my fingers that we get there safely and we can find housing. I can get work to work right away, and we can find a permanent place for us to be. And yeah, that's my hope. But things happen, ridiculous shit happens, and so we deal with it when we get to there. So when that happens, there's no sense of me stressing about something that hasn't happened yet. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that, and it is hot and very windy outside, so I stayed here. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to explain that. So thank you so much. Thank you for the follows and the people who subscribe to YouTube or donate to my GoFundMe. I really appreciate it. And I can't thank you enough. And we will talk with you guys soon. Take care.